Thanks in the beginning for that I have the possibility to have a talk today. I can present you an example of Industry 4.0 solution we have done. As you can see, it's a project from the road construction. We've done the project with the customer order for the customer Schwarzmüller in the beginning, and actually it was, I think it started at 2013. At the moment we have 250 devices on the field. We'll keep it really short. The project itself was driven by a new directive. The German government has given this directive because they have seen from studies that there is really the quality of the code, so if the asphalt is built in, is really bad, or it can be really bad if the asphalt temperature dropped by the transport. Yeah. So they give some directives, and one of the directives is the reporting of the transport, of such transports. And that's why we started this project with the beginning with Schwarzmüller. Yes, the project itself was a cooperation project. You can see we have the customer. We're having an engineering office which has done the system integration, and we have the specialist from temperature measurement systems, VICA. The system itself contains of temperature sensors, 5 temperature sensors mounted in the surface of the transporter. It's a really difficult part because you have a lot of problems, thermodynamical problems. This was the part of VICA. We have done the robust GSM gateway with the graphical interface. We've done the industrialization of the interface. The system is our system, the telecommunications, the management system, with all the data and device management. And cell engineering was, its part was the system integration itself and the algorithm which is handling the temperature calculations, and of course the customer relations, the requirements engineering management. As I told you, the system contains of the temperature sensors. On the other hand, we have a printer, a Bluetooth printer. So if you want, you can print out a protocol locally, directly, just using a mobile printer. We have the data transmission and the cloud where the data is stored. This is our backend system where you can handle the devices, you can handle the customers. You're having the application handling. So it's a fully backend system. On the other hand, we're having our server API, yeah, and for this project we have done a lot of front ends for particular customers or parties. So, for example, we're having the producer of the transporter, yeah. The producer can have an overview of all his transporters, number of rides. The most interesting part because of this directive is, of course, the website for the end customer, because he has to deliver reports, yeah. And on the other hand, we're having the support service tool where you can handle the devices. You can see when was the last connection, is the device working well, and for the production area you have to fit the device with the transporter in the beginning, so you need a production tool as well. The system itself works fully automatically if you want, yeah. So it detects if temperature increases, starts the process, stores the temperature values and displays it on the display. In a specific interval, the data is transmitted to the server backend, and on the other side we're having for example the report protocol, which is completely automatically generated. Finally, to the USPs of the solution, as I said, we have to have a robust hardware because it's really aggressive area. The hardware is really industrial hardware. We have the easy handling because you have to know the driver of the transporter just have big gloves. Yeah, he wants to have a really easy handling tool. So it's for example, there is just an optical button, yeah, and not a mechanical one, just one. You have the graphical display, so you can see from the distance if there was a temperature drop. You have automatic process detection, as I said. And what is really important too, you have no additional infrastructure. Yeah? Because I've seen some other solutions using WLAN, wireless LAN, and connecting with the mobile phone. So, but it's not really working with the driver of the transporter. With the big loads, he wants to do that. Yeah? And of course, an important point as well, you can adapt the application, the full application, in the device over the air. Yeah? That's important because at the moment they're thinking about an algorithm calculating the temperature in the core. Yeah? So at the moment it's just the temperature on the surface. And so you can just adapt the application over the air if they have done this directive on calculating the core. And finally, just an overview what we're doing. We are bringing machines to web. We are Microtronics located in Ritzhofen. And as you can see, we have some solutions from different areas. For example, from the farming area or smart grid, right side. So a lot of different areas, and I have to say thank you for the attention. And if you have questions, I'm open for questions.
Only one way for the data transmission, or also that, for example, if I don't know, some of the sensors measures are too high value, that it also can be analyzed in the backend and then somehow transmitted back to the driver, so that he somehow gets some, I don't know, hint or warning that he should, I don't know, start the air condition of the asphalt if there's any, or some cooling mechanisms, or I don't know, some warning lamp on the device itself if some values are too high.
At the moment there is not such a feature, but you can do it because we have some intelligence in the backend as well. So if there is some feature, some value increasing the limits, then you can give back, because the protocol is speed directional, you can give back the information to the device, and if there is some light, you can just let it blinking.
Mm-hmm.
Would be possible. But at the moment there is no such a feature.
Mm-hmm. No, but at least the possibility, if it's there, then it's...
Yeah, right, there is the possibility.
Okay. Thanks a lot.